Revenge films.
The other day, I got an invitation for a wedding. It was one of my old friends from college. He was in the same research group as me. But when I showed up, my seat wasn't there. My name wasn't even on the list. There must be a mistake, I thought. Could you please double check? I asked the guy at the reception to double check. The other members of the research group were there too, so... Plus, it wasn't like he was my ex or anything. In fact, I barely knew him. We were in the same research group, but that was pretty much it. But who sent me the invitation? My friends looked confused too. Then he showed up.
What are you doing here, Brittany? I never invited you. We barely know each other.
Didn't invite me? What the... But I got an invitation. I had no idea what was going on. Like he said, we barely knew each other. We actually work at the same company, but we worked in different departments. And like I said before, he wasn't my ex or anything. We were never that close. Furthermore, I knew the bride, but not that well. I've never done anything to make her angry. To be honest, I barely remembered her name. But now, he was humiliating me in front of everyone. But the invitation was real. I wasn't expecting any of this to happen, though. I should have brought it with me. I thought long and hard about why this could have happened, but it was hopeless. I was so confused and upset. I started crying. The other guests just stared at me in an awkward manner. It was clear that I wasn't welcome there. I just walked out and went home. After I got home, I received countless texts. After what just happened, I didn't really feel like talking to anyone, though. But then, something unexpected happened. Turns out, when the bride, her parents, and our professor from college found out what had happened, they got really angry and called off the wedding. Many of my friends texted me saying the same thing. I called one of them to find out what happened. She said that everything seemed fine at first, but then the bride refused to come out of her room. They had no choice but to call off the wedding. Oh, and she also told me that the groom was laughing at me when I left the place with tears in my eyes. I barely knew him, but he was a jerk, all right. But still, I don't know why he would want to do that to me. I barely knew him. All of this confused my friends, too. Also, the professor and the bride's parents were there, too. They started yelling at the groom. But for some reason, his parents started defending him. Then the bride said to the groom, "You're unbelievable!" But then, the groom snapped, and they got into a huge fight. It was chaos. Then, I found out why he did this to me. Turns out, he was jealous that I got my license before him. What? Seriously? When I heard that, I didn't know what to say. He was so selfish. I can't believe he went through all of that just to embarrass me. It made me really upset. I was disgusted with him. He's been trying to get the license for years now, but it wasn't going well for him. On the other hand, I passed the test on my first try. It wasn't an easy test. You had to prepare for it for a very long time, so I worked really hard for years to get it. I even studied on weekdays after work, and whenever I got stuck, I asked around for help. But he wasn't even trying.
Studying is for losers. I don't need to study to pass the test.
I overheard him saying that once, and whenever he failed, he just made excuses.
The questions were super hard. It wasn't my fault.
Then, I realized that he sent me a text too.
You ruined my wedding. Apologize to me. I'm gonna sue you for damages.
He actually sent me multiple threatening texts. Then, he started leaving voicemail. He was threatening me with all kinds of things. I ignored him, though. When they found out about this, the bride and her parents were furious. They called off the marriage altogether. I don't blame them, though. Why would you want your daughter to marry someone like him, right? And looks like the bride felt the same way. She dumped him on the spot. She said the wedding was ruined, but she was glad that she found out the truth about him before it was too late. And since it was all his fault, she sued him for damages. At first, his parents tried to defend him, but everyone else was against them. In the end, they started blaming their son for everything too. I guess he thought everything would work. Too bad for him. Now he had nothing. The wedding was off, and now he was facing a lawsuit. Bet he didn't see that coming. And he said he's gonna sue me, but he doesn't stand a chance. And the thing is, I sued him first. I still had the invitation, so I had all the evidence I needed. Plus, I had a lot of eyewitnesses too. I also contacted his ex-fiancée. She said she'd testify if necessary. She even apologized to me for what her ex-fiancé did to me. It was pretty messed up. I could never forgive him for what he did to me, and I'm gonna make him pay. He kept saying that.
It's not my fault!
But that didn't do much to help. The judge ordered him to pay us tens of thousands of dollars in damages. I got a new dress and had my hair done for the wedding, so it was nice to get some money back. What he did to me was unforgivable. But after the lawsuit was over, I felt like I could finally let it go. I gave the new dress to a friend. I didn't even want to look at it anymore. I got some new clothes with the money I got, so it all worked out. He also had to pay his ex-fiancée tens of thousands of dollars. He finally realized that he was screwed. Good riddance.
How was today's video? If you enjoyed it, please subscribe, like, and leave a comment. Stay tuned for more.